Hi Gemini, this is going to be your timeless love reading and I hope you get some clarity and guidance from it. So Gemini, let's get stuck in. Let's see what's going on between you and your person. Gemini, how are you all doing today? I had the worst night's sleep of my entire life. I have to say it probably has something to do with your reading, how your person is feeling. Like, I'm not worried about anything in my life per se at this time, thank God. That's new, okay? That is new, first of all. But second of all, like, there was nothing, like, on my mind, but I just had, like, random thoughts filling my mind, and I could not go to sleep. And I felt anxious. I just couldn't shut it off, like chatter. That just wouldn't stop. And, oh my God, I couldn't sleep at all. Could not sleep. I feel like it could be your person's energy, it could be your energy, Gemini, but let's see what the tarot has to say. I feel like it will have something to say about it for sure. Okay, Gemini, first up we've got the Four of Wands, fire energy, Aries, Leo and Sagittarius energy. Some of you could be dealing with a fire sign, but you could be dealing with any sign at all. The Six of Pentacles, earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Libra as well. You could be dealing with one of those signs. Very nice energy, okay? Nothing that screams negativity at all. Very positive, but with this Four of Wands, it does indicate passion and desire and excitement, okay? So I feel like your person is feeling rather excited about what this connection could be with you. I feel like your person is 100% considering you a soulmate, okay? And I feel like they are going through a bit of a wobble in terms of, I feel like they are losing sleep. You know, they can't get you out of their head. They're hoping that this connection is going in the right direction. It's like they hope they're getting on your good side. They hope they are oppressing you. They hope that you like them as much as they like you, and they're just not sure. But I feel like that has a lot to do with, you know, the duration of the connection at this time. I feel like it is pretty much a new connection. Okay, pretty much a new connection. So they can't really, you know, go all in with how they feel. They think that would be foolish, you know. They are okay with, you know, playing the game, so to speak, going slow, not putting everything out there, but still showing interest. I feel like they are showing interest in you. They are and they aren't, but it's like they're doing like both. They're like showing interest and then not, but that's just them playing it cool until they're 100% sure about how you feel, okay? But it's like, it's annoying them that they can't just tell you, but they are afraid that you don't feel the same, okay? This person has heavily strong AS feelings for you, okay, with this Four of Wands. Very, very magnetic. They find you very magnetic. They can't really stay away from you, so to speak. They don't want to be away from you. It's like an obsession that they just want to be talking to you. They want to be by your side. And it's a thing where they can't really do anything about the desire. You know, they can't get you out of their head. They can't not want you. You know, it's something that they can't control. And like I said, it's causing them to lose sleep, overthink. They're just worried about the connection and where it's going, and they just hope that you feel the same. There's like, I hope Gemini feels the same way I do. I hope they are seeing what I see. You know, there's definitely a very powerful spiritual connection between the both of y'all, okay? They certainly see you as a soulmate, somebody that came along out of the blue, but at a time where they needed it most. I feel like they needed you. You came sort of at the right time for them when they really needed it. Okay, so it's like that has a lot to do with how they perceive you. They just perceive you as there's a big chance that you are the one for them. That's how they see it. Okay, and they're just not wanting to mess it up, you know. They are going slow. They aren't really showing all of their cards. Like I said, they're not showing their full feelings for you, but that's just out of safety. It's like they are testing waters, seeing how you feel, trying to gauge, however you pronounce the word, trying to figure out how you feel first. I feel like they kind of throw stones, if that makes sense. They show signs, but it's like they pay attention to your reaction or lack thereof, and they kind of go by you, Gemini, so take that whatever way you will. It's like, I feel like you have the cards, you are in control. They are sort of taking your lead. You know, if they get a good vibe or a good reaction from you, then they'll keep going. You know, they are paying attention to your reactions, to what they say, what they do. You know, really trying to figure out if you're interested. Two of Cups, water energy. Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces energy. You could be dealing with a water sign, but you don't have to be. But yeah, more of that soulmate energy. I feel like you're definitely dealing with a strong soulmate, and they seem to be convinced that you are soulmates, that you're one and the same. That's the kind of catchphrase or quote for your reading today, Gemini. One and the same. They believe you're one and the same. You know, they see a lot of themselves in you. And they are convinced that, you know, you're the one. They see themselves in you a great deal. They've never met somebody that they see themselves in so much. You know, how you talk, how you think. They're just like that is me, that's me, that is me. You know, and they just feel very comfortable with you. They feel very at home with you. They feel so connected to you. You know, and because you're so like them, they feel very connected to themselves. They feel very in tune with themselves. Which I feel for them, Gemini, is sort of... I don't feel like this person has been themselves for a while. Well, at least like before they met you, I don't feel like they were truly being themselves. But they're forced to kind of be themselves with you. You kind of bring their true self, their real self out of them effortlessly, because you have that strong soul tie, because you are possible twin flames, but definitely from the same soul family, definitely a soulmate. Okay, overall energy is the Knight of Wands, fire energy. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Fire energy. You could be dealing with one of those signs, but yeah, the Knight of Wands just tells me that they are being a bit cautious. They're coming across as flaky to you. You don't really like the energy, the demeanor they are putting across to you. They're putting an in and out kind of energy. They're kind of all over you. They're giving you attention and then they pull it back, giving you attention and pulling it back. You feel slightly breadcrumbed, I feel, by them. Okay, but they are not breadcrumbing you. They are not this player. They are not wanting to waste your time at all. They see long term here for sure with the Two of Cups. Gemini, you don't got to worry about that. You don't got to worry about them playing games, messing with your head. You're not in the mood. You don't want that. But just they're coming across like that, and it's not sitting well with you. You know, you want to be sure of how they feel. You want to be sure, and the way they are acting, it's not giving you that assurance, that reassurance. But you certainly feel the pull towards them. You are pulled towards them. Okay, and I feel like that kind of speaks to you more than how they are acting. You know, I feel like somebody else who's giving you this energy, this in and out energy, you would not hesitate to walk away. But you can't really walk away from this person. You're sort of drawn back to them. And they feel the same way. They can't really fight how they feel. They can't fight wanting you. It's an instinct. It's an intuition. It's a pull that they can't control. A force pulling them to you. And it's the same with you. To them, you're just like pulled towards them all the time. Even though they are really annoying you at this time. But they are doing this out of protection for themselves. This is somebody with a lot of pride. Okay, they could have fire in their chart, but they don't have to. Okay, it is somebody with a lot of pride, somebody who does not really like to be vulnerable unless they are 100% sure about how you feel. So that's why they kind of test you, you know, giving you a little bits of attention, seeing how you react, you know. And I do have to say, Gemini, by the way, this is a general reading, so just take these messages as they resonate. And I do offer personal readings, so you can check the description. But I feel like you're not really giving them the reactions that they need to feel reassured. And I can hear you talking back to me, Gemini. I can hear you telling me, well, if they keep coming in and out, what do you want me to do, Kelly? Like, I'm not going to put my heart on my sleeve. I'm not going to tell this person that I'm into them, you know, if they're just going to disappear, do a disappearing act and come in and out, think they can come in and out whenever they please. I'm not doing that, Kelly, and I hear you. I do hear you. But this is somebody who is not playing you, first of all. I don't feel that. Second of all, but I totally understand where you're coming from, and I'd think that as well, Gemini. Of course I would. You know, anybody would. You're human. You're just protecting yourself, and you should be proud of yourself for that. You don't want to be, you know, left looking stupid either. But this person is very sensitive to you, and this person really cares about how you view them, your opinion of them. I feel like this is somebody who is very attractive, very popular, okay? I feel like they can pretty much have who they want. You know, they are that person, they are that guy, that girl, whatever gender, no gender, okay? And you don't want to be one of many. You want to be special to this person, and they make you feel special, and then they kind of disappear. But they are in and out. They come back, they disappear. But I feel like there's something that you're not giving them. You're not giving them total assurance. And they need it from you. They need something from you. They need to hear a particular thing from you that makes them feel like you are into them. You know, and I know that means you have to be more vulnerable than you have been. You have to show a little bit of a weakness here that you don't want to. I do feel that I feel how much you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. You want them to be weak with you first. You want them to be vulnerable first. If they did that, you'd give it back. Okay? But this is somebody, like I said, they are very sensitive to you, and they care about how you view them, and they care about your opinion of them more so than anybody else they've ever met, Gemini. And that's so true, okay? They really look up to you. They really care about how you view them, how you feel about them. You know, they want to impress you. They want you to be proud of them. They want you to have pride in them. Like, when you give them a compliment, it makes them ache with happiness and pride. When you give them a compliment, when you give them attention, it makes them feel more fulfilled, more happy, more proud of themselves than they feel with anybody else, than when anybody else gives them attention or gives them a compliment. Your words and attention surpass everybody else, and you are the only person that matters. Your opinion is the only one that matters to them. They want your approval so much. You know, it's that deep. It really is that deep. You know, you stand out. You are the one for them. That's how they see it. That's how they see it. But they are just protecting themselves by not being super vulnerable, not telling you everything about how they feel about you, about how important you are to them. They don't want to give it away in case you don't feel the same. And like I said, they have a lot of pride, Gemini. A lot of pride. I feel like there is something you can do. Like I said, I feel like it's going to take you being vulnerable, you showing your feelings in some way. in a very clear way. You don't have to be too overt about it. You don't have to let it all out. But I feel like, Gemini, you are intelligent and you have a way with words. And I feel like you will figure out a way to kind of tell them how you feel without being too vulnerable. Being vulnerable without being too vulnerable. I feel like you'll figure out the exact way to kind of put that. You know, you can still protect yourself, of course, but say something. There's something that you can say that's vulnerable without being too vulnerable. That's vulnerable enough that they get it. They get that reassurance, but not vulnerable enough that you feel exposed or you feel threatened. Okay? And I feel like when that happens, there will be like a miracle. There will be a miracle, a total turn of events here. This person will stick to you like glue because they have that assurance. They are very sensitive, but particularly when it comes to you. Okay, they really are. They really just... You mean everything to them. You mean absolutely everything to them, Gemini. And I truly feel like they've been awake all night. Like, they've been awake thinking about you. You know, racking their brain, thinking about conversations, about how they're coming across. Am I doing things right? Am I being too vague? Am I not being vague enough? Am I being too vague? You know, but I'm trying to figure out Gemini. I'm trying to figure out Gemini and where they stand before I go all in. You know, they just need to be sure about how you feel. Gemini, that's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm seeing, and I know that's like so scary for you. But I truly feel like it will be worth it. Okay, it's up to you what you do. You have free will. Okay, free will always is here. But there is a very strong sense of belonging for the both of you, I feel here. Like puzzle pieces, two puzzle pieces just connected. And I don't see anything kind of disrupting that at all. I don't see them not reciprocating feelings. They reciprocate everything you feel and more. So that's not something you need to worry about. They are on the same page as you, and they are worried about this a lot more than you think, a lot more than they let on. They don't show that they worry about this connection and they worry about how you feel about them. They don't show it. They don't show it at all. But it's a preservation thing. It's protection. Gemini, I'm going to pull some messages. I'm going to take a look into what this person might want to say to you at this time. Okay, Spirit, what does Gemini's person want them to know? I'm actually super exhausted though. You know when you're so tired that you feel like sick or you feel like drunk? You know, like you feel like you have a hangover? And I've not drank in a long time. Like I barely drink these days. Because drinking gives me, like, I feel sick and for days after. For days. Like, when I was younger, I used to be able to drink more, but now I'm getting that bit older, I just can't. And it's made me sort of give it up because I get so sick. But, like, I feel like I've been on a night out and I haven't had sleep and I'm just so tired. And I feel like it's exhaustion from your person. Like, they are truly worn out. And I feel like that's very, very kind of news to you, and they don't show that at all. They really don't. Okay, Spirit, what does Gemini's person want them to know right now? They're so turned on by you, by the way. They're so, like, there's a physical, like, allure here. It's emotional, of course. But you know, they want you. Like, they want you bad. You are perfect. You are perfect to me. There's nobody else for me. You're perfect in every way. Perfect in every way. Who says that? Is it Mary Poppins? Mary Poppins might be a little bit too square for you, Gemini, but it's that kind of deal. They see you as perfect. Perfect in every way. Is that a Mary Poppins quote? But yeah, anyways, that's how they feel. Maybe Mary Poppins means something to you. Maybe it means something to this person, but there's nothing wrong with you. Gemini, that's what they wanted to know. There's nothing wrong with you whatsoever, okay? You are ticking every freaking box. I was immature. I know I was immature, but it was out of self-defense. What are they? Who are they? Bruce Lee, Jackie Chan, self-defense? Like, come on, man. Do they fight or anything, or like, are they into martial arts? Might not be for everybody, but take that as it resonates. That came into my head. But I'm making fun of them at the same time. Like, who are you, Rocky? Rocky Balboa? Let me in. Let me in. Show me something. Show me something. Let that guard down a bit. 2 of Cups, water. Show me a bit of emotion. A bit more emotion. I know that's really hard, Gemini, I do. But the ball is with you. I'm not letting you get away. They like, Kelly, tell Gemini I want them bad. And I don't want them to get away. I don't want them to get away. I don't want them to get away. That's why, like, I keep coming back to make sure they're not gone. But I'm still not confident enough to tell Gemini how I feel, because I feel like Gemini's a bit closed off. Spirit, what else does Gemini's person want them to know? I'm getting like an image of them like peeking their head in a corner. Peeking their head around a corner or through a door. You know, like somebody who keeps opening a door and peeking in, closing it, opening it, peeking in. I feel like that's them, metaphorically. And when they open the door and have a peek, it's like they're like paying attention to what you're talking about. You know, trying to get information from you. Are you seeing somebody? Do you like them? Who do you like? Are you into them? Are you not? They're so unsure about how you feel about them. Okay. And I hear you, Gemini. I do hear you talking back at me like, well, Kelly, they've not really been giving me much. And I do get that, but they are very sensitive. And yeah, you are too, Gemini. I do feel that. But you have the power here to change this. Okay? You are a lot stronger than they are when it comes to this. It's like you have the power to set things in motion. They're just jealous of us. Interesting. Your smile is my ultimate weakness. Aww. You must have a pretty rockin' smile, Gemini. I'm not attracted to anyone the way I'm attracted to you. And the overall message, I long for your touch. Yeah, I was getting that physical thingamajig. Gemini, I hope you got something from that reading. And if you have, please remember to like and subscribe. And I hope to see you back soon. Thank you for watching.